Hello everyone, my name is Sutton the Wolf and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Things are getting a little bit sad. And by a little bit sad, I mean, we were talking to Sayori about depression. So yeah, that's not fun. We just had a big talk with Sayori about how she oversleeps in the morning and doesn't eat much because she's depressed and can't find much motivation for it. Deep stuff. So, once again, viewers, viewer discretion is advised. This game does it to itself, so it gives a warning, so that's all I need to say. But we have solace in the fact that Natsuki, our beloved, is coming over, and we are going to see how that goes. In fact, I should just focus on what is ahead of me. Alright. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously waiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Aww! Aw, she looks adorable. I really like how they matched, like, the pink trim on her shirt to, like, her eyes and hair. Like, I think that's a nice touch. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way just to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school, after all? Anyway, let's go into the kitchen. What, you're not even going to offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Sutton? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. You really hate being small that much? Huh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you can treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki... Forget it! I didn't say anything! I should apologize. Huh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate, too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Wow. Nice, dude. Gross. Hey! Was that to me? Who else? Man, just get this started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Sutton. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Oh, this is cute. I like the bants. I like the banter. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Sutton, where'd you put the food coloring? The batter's going in over the oven soon. Oh gosh, I can't read. The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Oh, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on, you're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Oh, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking's just about following instructions. The presentation's where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end, if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes light up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes, and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with the whisk in a huge bowl for the icing. Huh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, huh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez, you know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my face. You wish! I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use the other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Oh, wow. Oh, that is adorable! Natsuki is so adorable! Oh my god. Like, so, I wanna talk real quick about Natsuki, because I have the distinct impression that I find her a lot more adorable than other people do. And yes, I'm a sucker for this kind of character, like, yeah, I'll admit that. But at the same time, I feel like Natsuki is a character that a lot of people would dislike. Because in the beginning, she's kind of like the bitchy tsundere character. Like, that's what a lot of people would see her as. They'd see her as, like, a jerk that's not, like, an assertive jerk that's not really their type. And it seems to me like she gets really bashful when, like, you do actually praise her, or, like, you do actually, like, say something that's good about her. Because she goes around saying, like, oh yeah, I'm a pro, and, like, all this stuff, and, like, being all self-confident and everything. But then whenever you actually, like, agree with her, she gets really embarrassed. So, I recognize that as she has self-confidence issues, and so she tries to get people to, like, think highly of her so that she can feel better about herself. And, like, I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong, but that's just what I've noticed, and that's what I imagine it is. Because a lot of the time, that's something that's happened with me in my childhood. Not necessarily the same way. Like, I wouldn't go around saying, like, oh yeah, I'm the best and everything, but, like, I have a tendency to, like, if I'm uncomfortable, or if I'm, like, having self-confidence issues, I won't be, like, really pushy, but I'll be, like, more overt. And I'll try and say something funny, and then I'll, like, chuckle to myself, hoping that someone else chuckles, or, like, starts laughing. and then it's kind of like a justification, like, yeah, I'm funny, like, awesome. And it's a really big self-confidence boost, and I feel like that's kind of like a natural way that people inadvertently try to psych themselves up. And that, as someone who has done that before a lot in their life, whether I wanted to or not, and to be completely honest, it doesn't always work. Oftentimes, it makes you think that you're being funny, and then you realize you're not funny, and then everyone gets either annoyed with you or looks at you weird. And that's painful. And so, that, like, feeling and that, like, having experienced that over and over again a lot, that made me notice that in Natsuki. And so, she does the same kind of thing, where she, like, tries to, instead of being like, oh, hey, I'm funny, she tries to be like, yeah, I'm really good at this, respect me. And oftentimes, I feel like people would just look at her and be like, okay, who's this bitch? Like, okay, you're my least favorite, I'm gonna go talk to Yuri or someone. And so I kind of recognize that. And so not only am I, like, a sucker for her kind of character, I also realize, like, her in particular, I can relate to on, like, a pretty big personal level. And so I kind of sympathize with her immediately. And that's why I kind of chose to go for her. And so I'm really glad I did, because now you get this payoff of, like, she's really comfortable with you now. And she's really happy. And so she's adorable when she's really happy. And it just makes it all that much better. And so I really do appreciate the writing that's gone into this game. This game has been written fantastically, and I love the characters. Like, I'm sure if you went with Sayori or with Yuri, or if you, like, found some way to go with Monica, there hasn't really been any way to, but if you found a way to go with Monica, like, I'm sure that they would be just as well written. And so I'm really glad that Natsuki is a character, because she really is, like, you can say she's my type or whatever, but, like, it's more than that. I sympathize with her character. I sympathize with her personality, because it's something that I've dealt with in the past, and it's something I still deal with. I still kind of try to stop myself from being overtly, like, trying to be impressive at times. Like, I have to stop myself from trying to do that, because it doesn't work a lot of the time, unless you get someone who, like, you know, is like me in this situation with Natsuki, where it's just like, oh, I realize what you're trying to do. Here, I'll be nice to you, and things like that. And, like, then actually try and be their friend, and then they get comfortable around you, and then they're just a good friend. And so, that's something I would want to say is, I think people need to, like, look into things like that a bit more. Like, whenever people always act a certain way, for multiple reasons. It's not just they're being this way to be this way, like, and it's not always they're just being this way because that's how they are. Oftentimes they're being that way for a reason that you don't see. And so sometimes if you can figure that out, it helps you understand them better and make better friends. So I just wanted to go on a little spout like that, because I wanted to explain my reasoning for going for Natsuki, and why I've found her so adorable, and why I've, like, sympathized with her. And I really do. I really do sympathize with her. She's by far my favorite character. And I really do like her. So I'm really glad that we're getting this kind of payoff. Stop! Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Say dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really should tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this, either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Oh, no. That's, I don't know how she's gonna react to that. Did you seriously, Natsuki's so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Sutton, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls, unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Ah! Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Oh, you cock-blocking fire alarm! Damn it! Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy! How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes, jeez! Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them back in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. Dang, I was hoping that we were going to get to kiss her. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. It smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look! She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Said that kind of weird. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that'll make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Huh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature-themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It'd be fun to see people choose their cupcakes based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so... Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well... Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Huh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. What? Was she trying to call us cute, or was she trying to call us something else? I'm not sure. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. I really like this. I really like being all, flirty like this. It's really funny. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she'd still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Oh. That gave me a bad vibe. That gave me a pretty bad vibe. Okay, anyways. She mentioned... Let me explain. She mentioned earlier... She mentioned way back in, the first day. She mentioned that... Or, I guess technically the second day, whenever we wrote our first poems. She mentioned that her dad... She doesn't know what her dad would do if, he found her manga collection. That's why she keeps it in the club room. It kind of worries me. And she also said, you really think I could bring a guy to my house? I think she said something along the lines of, my dad would kill me if I had a guy over. I'm worried. Now she's saying, oh, if my dad makes food, I'd better eat it. So I'm worried that she's, dealing with, dad problems. I don't know if I want to go into, abuse. Maybe. That's a bit of a stretch. Maybe, but at the same time, that's a bit worrying, and it makes me a little bit concerned. Well, anyway, I was hoping we'd have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she'd listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki's already about to leave. Feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Huh? What you said before, about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere... do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you. Sutton, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Oh, come on, please kiss. Please. Please. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I felt it. For a while now. Natsuki suddenly steps back. Oh, God, no. Oh, nuts. Damn it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Sayori? Huh? Hi, Sutton. Sayori. Just now, we were... It's okay, Sutton. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Damn it! Oh, God dang it. Now there's two problems. One, I didn't get to kiss Natsuki, and... Like, he said, like, oh, just now we weren't doing that. It doesn't seem like she got mad about that, which I'm glad, but she could easily have. So, darn it, we got cock-blocked. And then, second of all, now Sayori's going to be really depressed. Shit. Oh, god damn it. Man, Sayori, please don't get really depressed. Who am I kidding? Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well... I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Sutton? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much easier if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Sutton. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was... What? Monica? What did Monica say? I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? I swear to God, if Monica's, like, trying to get Sayori to be depressed, I'm gonna fucking... Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Sutton. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Sutton, I like you so much that I want to die! Oh, God. Oh, nuts. You know, that's probably why you couldn't choose Sayori as someone to spend the weekend with. Like, you had to pick Natsuki or Yuri, because either way, there was going to be a moment like this. I don't know if it would have gotten as, like, romantic if you hadn't been going for Natsuki or Yuri, but either way, there would have been a misunderstanding. Well, I guess in this case, it wasn't a misunderstanding, because we were going after Natsuki, but there would be a moment like this, and Sayori would get really depressed, and she'd confess to you. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's how I feel! And... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Buddy. Buddy, oh man, oh buddy of mine. Don't say that. You still believe me? No. No, Sayori, don't nod. Don't listen to me. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. Okay, that is a very alarming way to put that. Oh, nuts. Well, I mean, there's only one choice, right? Like, I can't make things... Okay, so, two things. First of all, I think the pretty obvious thing here is what just happened with Natsuki. We've been going for Natsuki this entire time. And if we just suddenly say, oh yeah, Sayori, I love you, not only is she going to be like, well then what was that I just saw, and why are you all buddy-buddy with Natsuki? Natsuki is going to be like, what the hell, you just told me that you feel this way about me. So, I can't. Like, I can't just say that I like Sayori. I can't do that. Plus, it's lying. Second of all, Sayori just got done telling us, in the depression bit, that she wants things to be how they always were. Like, if you start dating, then that's gonna change everything. And that's not safe for someone who just wants things to go back to how they were. Like, she's gonna feel a lot more pressure, and she's gonna feel a lot more different, and it's gonna be scary. So I can't say that I like her. It's lying, it wouldn't help her, and it would break things off with Natsuki. That is 3 strikes, and by my definitions and those of the athletic world that we live in, 3 strikes means you are out. There is no good reason I can see to say I love you, other than, like, I don't even know if it's what she wants to hear. Like, you could make the argument that it's what she wants to hear. I don't even think that's the case. So, no, I can't say that. So, you'll always be my dearest friend. I have to say that. You'll always be my dearest friend. Exactly. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now. But please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. Okay, that's a really bad way to put it. I agree with him that this is the best path moving forward. However, that's a bad way to put it. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Sutton. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So... Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Did we just push her over the edge? I mean, what was I supposed to do? Like, I can't just tell her I love her. Like, that's not gonna work. Like, I mean, Why did this have to come up? Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Oh my god. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! Oh, man. I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. Stay near her. Because if we just pushed her over the edge, that is not going to go out well. I do not want her to do something. I do not want her to hurt herself. I'm having just as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Oh, God. Oh, man. Man, I kind of wish I could have left that for next episode, but there wasn't really any transition I could have put in there. Oh, man, what an up and down episode. God, that is so sad. Man, I was really happy about getting really far with Natsuki, but then, man, now Sayori, like, oh, man. That's rough, like, I mean, what are you supposed to do in that situation? Like, I mean, you can't just lie to her. Like, if you lie to her, then not only is it going to worsen everyone's relationships with each other because there's a misunderstanding, also, like, she's going to find out. Like, there's doubts, there's all these emotions. It's not good for her in the long run. That's not going to work. And the relationship wouldn't work out either. Oh, man. That's rough. Oh, I'm really worried about her. I am really, really worried about her. But I will have to deal with it in the next episode, guys. This one's gone on long enough. So thank you all so very much for watching. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section down below. I will always read them and I will always take them into account. And as always, I will see you guys next time for another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club.